May seem small, but it could impact thousands of homes and the city's sustainability goals. The city of St. Louis has officially stopped alleyway recycling, but is it going away forever? 5 on your side's Laura Barczewski investigates what this means for residents and how aldermen want to be a bigger part of the solution. Laura.
Mike, alleyway recycling has been a point of contention and even confusion for residents and even their alderpersons. While there is a path forward, more change is on the way. From June 30th until August 14th, the city of St. Louis was not forthcoming about what was happening with alleyway recycling bins. The city refuse department announced what was supposed to be a temporary pause on alley recycling to help focus on tornado debris cleanup. This source code on the back end of the webpage detailing the change was updated July 31st with this information at the top, retroactively dated July 1st. Quote, "The pause on alley recycling remains in effect." This change was made after our story on July 29th highlighting the issue. A spokesperson for the mayor's office said they're looking into the matter. On August 14th, the refuse department shared their plan with the Board of Aldermen's Public Infrastructure Committee, saying the pause is still in effect.
So if you are a city resident and that's news to you, I just want to be clear that if you have an alley blue dumpster, that is going to landfills.
Alderwoman Ann Schweitzer was one of several questioning what was going on in July.
I'm glad that there's finally been some communication about what's going on with alley recycling. I think there's a long way between where we are right now and providing an acceptable service to residents in the city of St. Louis.
Until the pause, the city had 3 recycling methods: roll carts for 20% of homes, dumpsters for 80% of homes, and drop-off sites. City data shows from January to May, 52% of recycling collected was contaminated, but when it was just drop-off sites and roll carts, contamination dropped to around 25%. Earth Day 365 director Jess Watson says alleyway recycling was doomed for failure from the start.
There's going to be contamination from multiple streams, and you don't really know who's doing the contamination. It's hard to provide education around it.
In fiscal year 2025, the city spent $1.7 million on recycling, half of which went to the landfill, and $6.2 million on trash. In total, the city spends $28 million per year on refuse services, but residents' bills only bring in $16.5 million. Alderman Matt Devote says residents were under the impression $14 per month was enough, but unfortunately, it isn't.
When my residents hear that, and they are provided with the numbers, there's a lot of shaking of heads and a lot of understanding, and I get it. But it's information that wasn't communicated, and that, I think, is the bulk of our problem.
For the next 80 days, the city is reevaluating different aspects of trash and recycling collection. During that time, they're adding 13 more recycling drop-off sites.
And our goal is to have a drop-off location within a mile of every person's residence in St. Louis.
But the accessibility still goes away for a number of residents who, for example, don't have a car.
People want to be able to either have a roll cart or something in their alley that they can go out and drop off their recycling in that space.
Watson says she believes there are some actions that can be done right now to make it better, but also some commitments the city can make long term.
Having just a dumpster for cans or just a dumpster for glass, that would be one lesson to learn. I really want to have a zero waste policy that we adopt as a city. And that means that we're thinking about ways to reduce our overall waste.
The executive director of Earth Day 365 has been pushing for a citizen task force on this issue. She says that's going to be developed soon, and they're going to follow up with a meeting. If you need any information and you want to know where to drop off your recycling right now, and you want to know these next phases, just go to our website, ksdk.com. We have it all on there for you. Reporting live downtown, Laura Barczewski, 5 on your side.